So, hi. This week we're continuing our theme of gratefulness, that gratitude, thankfulness. We're in November in the United States. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. So, we're continuing to explore the idea of what is gratitude, what is appreciation, how do we become thankful, and I want to tell you a little bit of a story based on a TV show that I happen to be watching. And bear with me with the story because it does come full circle. There is a connection with gratitude, and it's a really fascinating story. So I'm not sure if any of you watch The Crown, but I happen to watch the new series, the new season rather, and it was episode 4, I believe. And they were introducing a new person in the episode, and it's a little known royal figure, and her name is Princess Alice. She was actually born in the late 1800s. I did a little research actually just to verify some of the facts in the series, and she was born in Windsor Castle, and she was born deaf. And at the time, they didn't know really what was wrong with her. They thought she was slow. And during the course of her life, she had a very, very difficult life. As a result, she was committed to an insane asylum. She was treated by Sigmund Freud at one point, who apparently wasn't very kind to her. They diagnosed her with schizophrenia and all sorts of other things, as you can imagine, with Sigmund Freud. And they did electric shock therapy. They gave her x-rays, which they wanted to decrease her libido. So they brought on menopause. I mean, just you name it, this poor woman went through it. And despite all of that, despite all the hardship she endured and going through 2 world wars and, being ending up in Greece. She ended up in Greece with her family. She turned her life into one of charity. She did not become bitter because of her experiences. She, in fact, fought for social injustice. She started a sisterhood. She hid families from the Nazis during the war. She was a remarkable woman who was just full of compassion and appreciation and gratitude for her life. So circle back to the series. In the episode, Prince Philip, who is her son, so Prince Philip, okay, I'm not sure if I described, Prince Philip, who is married to the current queen, he is the son of this Princess Alice. So that's the connection. So Prince Philip is talking to his mother, and they had a strained relationship because they had been separated when she was put in the asylum. And he says, how did you become how you are when you had such hardship? You could have been so easily turned to bitterness and anger. And he felt like he owed her an apology and for all the mistreatment that she had experienced in her life. And she said to him in the series, she said, all that I have experienced with all the different treatments, with all the treatment that I've been given in my life, they just tried the best they could. And I thought about that, and this is how my brain works. I kind of circled back to gratitude. We all try the best we can. And what I find so curious is that it's often in not trying, in not like, okay, now I have to be grateful because that's what it says I need to do. And a good person is grateful. A good person is appreciative. Rather than trying so hard to be what is expected, to do the shoulds of our life, it's quite curious to me that when we don't try so hard, when we fall back and out of judgment and expectation, when we just let all of that go, what naturally rises up within all of us is a natural gratitude. That is a natural state for us, to be grateful, to be appreciative, to be thankful, when we're not so busy in our heads about what we should look like, how we should behave, what it looks to be grateful, our intention of gratitude. Sometimes that can feel like a forced thing that we're manufacturing. And then we feel bad about the fact that we have to manufacture our 5 things to be grateful for. Like, rather than maybe trying so hard, when we let go of that, trying to do the best we can with it, when we let go of all of that, what we realize is that that quality of gratitude and thankfulness and appreciation, it naturally surfaces, because that is part of who we are naturally without efforting. So I'd love for you to sort of look at this for yourself in your own life and see, boy, when I wasn't so busy in my head about how I should be grateful, when I let all that fall apart, where have I naturally already been grateful? Where have I already appreciated my life, the lives of others, this gift that we're given here on this earth for however long we have? See where in your life that's already naturally arisen without you having to effort it. Okay, so your thought for this week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.